Why is my brain shut down? Oh, I've forgotten the
Shouldn't have
name
added
of
the
it.
last part.
Oh no, my brain is like, I'm having a moment. I like can't think of the actual name. No. Okay, I think I got it actually. No, no, I have forgotten it. Literally, this is terrible.
You give it a shot. Maybe if you describe it well enough, I will give you at least half a point.
Why have I forgotten that name though? That's like
I don't.
I'm having a moment. It's like blanked in my head.
Are you okay, Hal? What's going on?
No, because this is like obvious stuff. Oh my god.
This is the trouble when you do a quiz on the Eldar, it frazzles the mind, you know.
Hello and welcome everyone to a Lore Crimes quiz in which Mr. Colin will be quizzing us on Iyanden, the Eldari craft world, Asuryani, Eldar, Eldari, whatever you wish to call them. All of the things more.
Snack time for Slaanesh.
Little elves.
That's offensive.
That is true, but it's not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not helping myself here.
We're not here for that. We're not here to talk about Eldar defeats. Because I'm not an employee GW.
There's too many to count.
History is quite full of Eldar defeats, actually.
Yeah, okay, Gene Stealer Cold Man, whose faction end goal is defeat.
You wouldn't get it?
You're right, I don't want to get it.
Colin is salty because he lost the Gene Stealer Cults quiz.
Correct.
So did I, but I had fun.
You didn't throw at the end, though.
Alright, take it away.
No more throwing. Everyone, I'll go into order. Hal, how are you feeling about your Iyanden knowledge?
Well, luckily, I think it's not too bad. It's a little rusty, I'll be honest, but Eldar have got some tasty lore. They have probably some of the best. I mean, the Wraith Knights and all that kind of stuff is some of the better design stuff in Warhammer, so I'm excited to hear more about them. Hopefully in the actual, we should do an actual pod, shouldn't we, on them, like one day.
Yes.
But it's not too bad. I know some of the main highlights, but if you ask me details, I think I'm going to struggle.
All right. That's a reasonably confident answer. I'm liking it. Eli, what is your knowledge on craft-rolled Iyanden?
Pretty good. Eldar are like my fourth favorite faction, maybe third if on a good day. So you know we're balling.
All right. And last but not least, Andy, how's it going, man?
Are these the one who have like the custard armor?
Yeah, I'm not dignifying that. Moving on. We begin with the easy section, and you know what? I'm gonna start. This is as easy as I could possibly make it. What are the two colors of craft-rolled Iyanden? On their armor?
We're not getting specific Citadel colors, are we here?
No. And for a bonus point, which color is the most prominent?
Oh,
like, what is the main color of the two?
God, we're starting off. This is gonna get aggressive towards the end, I can tell, because there's no way it starts off this nice. And then eventually it'll just be like, name that Eldar who like specifically referenced in that one book who said that one line which was like kind of badass, and I'm like, I don't know, buddy, because he got cronked 2 minutes later. Rip. Sorry.
All right, I have all of my answers, and I wish I didn't have one of them.
I think we know who that is.
Yep. Thank you for more custard jokes. I don't think I want to ever have your custard if that's the color of it.
Excuse me.
But that's all right. Moving on. You know what? Moving on. Here's another lowball question. Real simple. Name one of the units Iyanden's military is most famous for. Now I do have to say, you need to give me a name of one of the tabletop units. That being said, there's a lot of them that have this theme. Not hard. And you just need one of them.
I think I'm okay on this one.
So, what? It's like a widespread unit that it shares the name of a lot of units with?
Yes. Kind of.
Okay.
Correct the Eldar or something. What's the equivalent
Let's go for
in
this.
Eldar of like the common name, like a George or something? There must be like a name.
I don't know.
Duncan.
Duncan the Eldar.
Goku.
No, there's not. There's no drip version Eldar.
Lumi.
Oh, I just know that's a thing. It's not.
Yeah.
God, degenerate man.
Yeah, local news. Bears shit in woods.
Nice.
We got unlucky. You can hear a story about it on the Joe Rogan podcast with Joey. You know what I'm talking about.
Alright, I have answers from everyone. And we're ready to move on to question 3. It's going to get just a little bit trickier for the major question, or the last easy question. Which of the other major Eldar craft worlds did Iandin once have a steadfast alliance with? So
I
what
only
are the
know one of
craft
us, so I'm
worlds-
going to guess.
Okay.
If I remember, this is not one of the main ones, right?
Well, I
Give
said
us
the
that
word
hint.
major, so...
Oh, I guess we just guessed one of the major ones then. God. I know there's some part about I don't want to say it until it comes up later, but there's another craft world involved in their story there's some like bad stuff that happens on it. So I don't want to give it away. Maybe it's not that one though. Is Andy putting offensive answers already?
I'm offended by what he put because it's completely
They're not
wrong,
offensive.
but
They're offensively off. Are they law crimes? Would you say?
yeah, he definitely lore crimed me. But we'll get to that
No,
because
I
it's
didn't.
time to go. You did. It's time to go through the answers for the easy section. Step 1, answer question 1. What are their colors? It's blue and yellow is the main color. Everyone got that right except Andy put custardy yellow, and if your custard is neon yellow, please
That's the
step away
colour
from
of
the stove.
custard.
It
looks
is
just
not
like-
neon yellow, bro. I have had custard before. It's
Wait,
not
neon.
neon
It's
yellow.
not neon. Custard isn't neon. That's
Yeah, that's why I think you need to like step away from the stove.
What about it's like American
It's
You've
cheese?
seen Iandin yellow? It is American cheese yellow.
Yeah, but you can get. It depends how much like cream is in custard. Like proper custard is like yellow. It's not like.
Yeah,
Pale.
yellow.
God, talk about custard's revenge. Oh god.
Let me find a picture for reference.
Sick American
I did not
history
make that joke.
reference
So
now.
sorry.
Let's have a look. Images.
Oh god, I just thought of the Christ.
I forgot about that.
Moving on while Andy's looking for custard pictures.
Yeah.
Name one of the units Iandin's military is most famous for. Hal gave me Wraith Knights, which I will accept.
Oh, thank God.
Eli gave me Wraith Guard, Wraith Lord, Wraith, ooh, spooky ooh. Which he did name 2 of them, but it's only 1 point. I just wanted 1. I do not like that. I don't think custard should look like that.
That's what it looks like. It's like
Why
yeah,
is it
it's
so
exactly the same
vibrant?
color.
Why is
Bro,
it so
It looks
vibrant?
You're
Yeah,
gonna.
but that's the color. Isn't
You're
it?
gonna
It's
give them
supposed to
meme
be
of like
like-
British food.
Creamy color.
But it is correct. That's what it looks like.
What are the black things on it? Why does it
I think that's like just what they.
they
call
look
them,
like
is it-
ants?
That.
Not ants. They're like little seed things. What
Can
are
I
they
ask a
called?
question? Is it true that some people put raisins in mashed potatoes in the US?
What?
That's just,
Whoa, I've never heard of that.
what?
I think that's a thing in
Yeah.
the South, isn't it?
I'm gonna-
My
I'm gonna
mom
try
mixes
that.
my
I'm gonna
mom
try
mixes
that.
her corn in them sometimes, but not raisins.
I'm not joking. That's a thing I think I've seen in the South. It's
Gracing the good name of our country.
hey, they made it. They put marshmallows in it sometimes as well. That scares me.
You're lying.
I'm actually not. That's a funny part.
Anyways, and Andy put the custard creams.
Yep.
It's a good biscuit. It's a good biscuit.
Unfortunately, that is not correct.
It's second tier biscuit though. It's pretty good.
So I've only got 1 point because I got the first one right.
Yes, and then you're going to continue having 1 point because for the third question, what Craftle was their ally? Hal and Eli both put Ulthway, or no, pardon me, both put
Hey.
Bieltan. Both put Bieltan, and Eli based Bieltan, kill aliens, hate aliens. That is correct. You step on the Maiden World, and they step you into hell.
And they step on your maidens.
Shout out to the the sword win, one of the only good things from Dawn of War 3, that song. And then Andy put, well, he meant to put Ulthway, but he put Uthway, which is not right. But it wouldn't be right anyways, because it's Bieltan.
Hey.
And a personal apologies to Dredanon, because I forgot how I'm supposed to say it.
Not like Bill Tom.
Remember, he told us, and I completely forgot.
Built on?
My apologies, Mr. Dread.
I say Bieltan.
We love you, Dread.
So what are the scores at the doors at the moment then? So I'm on 1.
Andy is on 1, and Al and Eli are at 3.
Hey.
So you started off a little bit easy. But with medium, I think we're gonna up the ante a little bit. So how is everyone feeling right now?
Not too. I mean, it's a good start, but then it can go poorly very quickly.
I can vouch for that.
Yes, that could be a
I
vibe.
don't know. I could use a cup of tea and a custard cream, I reckon.
I could also use both of those things, but we're gonna move on first. So for the first answer, the medium section, or first question, pardon me. What Eldar invention is Iandin responsible for that is designed to keep their souls safe after they pass?
Oh, I think I know this.
Why is my brain shut down? I've forgotten the
Shouldn't have
name
added
of
the
it.
last part.
Oh no, my brain is like, I'm having a moment. I can't think of the actual name. No. Okay, I think I got it actually. No, I have forgotten it. Literally, this is terrible. I mean, I know what it is. I just don't know the name of it.
You give it a shot. Maybe if you describe it well enough, I will give you at least half a point.
Why have I forgotten that name though? That's like
I don't.
I'm having a moment. It's like blanked in my head.
Are you okay, Hal? What's going on?
No, because this is like obvious stuff. Oh my god. Okay, this is terrible. I had to commit. I committed.
This is the trouble when you do a quiz on the Eldar, it frazzles the mind, you know.
I got a meme.
The hate is flashing.
Anyway. Oh no, Eli sent me a meme, pardon me. But, moving on to the next question. Who is the arrogant Iandin commander who self-exiled himself after he allowed a massive number of craft warlords to die due to his brash tactics? So he was a little bit arrogant, and he potentially got perhaps a couple people killed with it.
But he was right.
As a bonus question,
Wow.
yeah, he was arrogant for the Eldar.
Ooh.
That'll tell you something. As a bonus question for this one, what is the name of the battle that led to this?
Oh,
Bro.
Could you repeat the first bit, please?
What is the name of the Iandin commander whose arrogant tactics led to him self-exiling himself? After said arrogant tactics, got a whole load of Eldar killed.
God. I don't know. I feel like this might be close though. Colin can see that at least. It's probably not.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Well, I've got
Answers. Something.
For Andy. Andy is still cooking. With his track record with custard, I don't know if I want him to cook, but okay. I did not want him to cook. That's all right, because we're moving on to the final question of the medium section. Which Tyranid Hive fleet devoured 4/5 of the remaining populace of Craftworld Iandin?
Oh.
Eli was quick on the trigger with that one.
I feel like it was this one. I feel like they fought more than one, haven't they?
Al, I'm going to have to ask you to remove the question mark and set yourself upon an answer.
You're right. You're right. Commit. I think they fought more than one.
Andy,
haven't they,
I'm going to have to ask the same thing of you. Please remove the
What have I
question
done?
mark and commit to an answer.
No question marks.
Oh, sorry.
No question marks, please commit.
Full
Okay.
send it.
Okay, so you go, oh, this is the Eldar quiz. We're not having any uncertainty here. We're going to
The
have
Eldar
half answers.
have no uncertainty in anything they do, and thus none of you shall either.
It's more of an inflection where I go when you pronounce it, so that it's like I think this is correct.
He's saying mean things. I'm moving on.
Nice.
Media math section. Let's go through the answers. What Eldar invention is Ionin responsible for to keep their souls safe after they pass? I'm afraid none of you got that one right.
Oh my god.
It's not the Spirit Stones or the Seer
Infinity
Stones.
Circuit.
It is the Infinity Circuit.
Damn it.
Created by
Damn it.
Farseer Melindri Silversoul.
But they also made the Spirit Stones.
No, that's Isha crying.
Wah.
And then someone else, they harvest it, don't
they harvest them, yeah, from the Eye of Terror on their old homeworlds.
Which is like insane. If anyone knows that part. Can you explain that part of the lore for someone who doesn't know that bit?
Yes. If the Eldar so much as enter the warp, they are at risk of Slaanesh just instantly grabbing their souls. And in order to get these Spirit Stones they need to keep her from doing that when they die, they need to go into the Eye of Terror, which is where the warp intersects real space.
It's like the idea of like Slaanesh just waiting there, and then and it just snatches them up like a soccer mom who's late for like an appointment. Like, come on, we've got to go, and the Elder just like, no, I don't want to go.
Except it ends with an eternity of torture.
Slightly
it's
different
like being
scenario.
the child of a soccer mum.
Fair enough. What? No points added for that one, I'm afraid. Now, who is the arrogant Iyanden commander who got a whole lot of other people from Iyanden killed? Hal and Eli both have this one right. Prince Iriel.
Hey.
Andy
Svinny?
just put legless after tossing a dwarf. Prince Iriel.
Legless, not Legolas. Legless.
I said
That's not the answer.
Legolas.
Legolas. Oh my god.
And as for the so that is 1 point for Hal and Eli. As for the battle, however, we got from Hal 1812 White House.
it was pretty not all accurate.
No.
Slightly.
And from Eli, IDK battle name. Which I
That's
like
right.
that.
I like that.
No, it was the Battle of the Burning Moon, which is a very cool battle name. It was the largest naval battle in the galaxy for centuries, which, yeah, up yours, Imperium.
Damn, that's cool.
Really cool, and a lot of cool tactics, and they went fast. Anyways. Final answer, or final question. Which Hive fleet devoured 4/5 of the remaining populace of Craftworld Iyanden? The answer was Hive Fleet Kraken, which everyone got right.
Hey.
Now I have to ask, who guessed that? Who just thought of Tyranid Fleet? I had a feeling.
Me.
Me.
They were cracking
So
some
what,
Eldar
that's now-
skulls.
Am I right in thinking
No.
Hal and Eli are neck and neck with 5 points? I think.
I think we're tied.
You might be right in thinking that.
We both got the first one wrong, which I thought I got right.
Nope,
I
that was
wasn't
the
confident.
Infinity Circuit.
I'm
And,
a big dummy.
Andy is still here with 2. Which, you know what?
Good job, Andy.
He's still here. That's how we're saying it. Damn.
I'm here.
He got more questions right than just their color scheme. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'll make an Eldar fan out of you yet.
I get like gold star done.
You get a Spirit Stone.
Oh,
But now it's time for the hard section. How's everyone feeling?
Pretty good.
Like I'm protected
know.
by a spirit stone. God, I can't believe I forgot the name of that. I'm so embarrassed.
You were wrong anyway, I'm afraid.
I know, but I'm still embarrassed I
doesn't
forgot
matter.
the name of that.
You're still wrong.
That's like saying,
enough.
it's like going like, oh, who's that evil guy in the Word Bearers? The one everyone hates. It's like going like that. It's like Christ. Erebus.
Now,
Uldrad? Yeah, that's it. Uldrad, that's the one.
Uld-
Yeah.
Aldrad the Word Bearer. It's just...
Now, I'll give you just a forewarning. I say a forewarning. That's way too foreboding a word of it. Hard section. I don't think it's too hard. At least 2 of these answers are reasonably simple to guess, and I will say no more until we get to them.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. Colin just said, I don't think it's too hard. Just put that on like a motivational poster with the lake
Yep.
in the background.
Question 1. Why did the alliance between Bieltan and Iyanden end? What was the reason?
I'll try one.
There's some leeway to this kind of.
They liked each other, and then they didn't like each other. What's the reason? All right.
Their cooking skill.
You know, Andy, I'll say you're not too far off as a basis for the answer. If you develop on that, it could be worth something.
I think I'll quit while I'm ahead. To be honest.
All right, you know what? Fair enough.
I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. I spelled everything wrong in that already. Oh my god. There you go. Okay. Oh man, this is where I'm going to spell Iandin.
I just processed one of the memes you sent me, Eli. I'm not a fan of that one.
You know, I see.
Very mean-spirited.
I think I'm on the money. But if people in the chat, by the way, can you please put the wrong answers for this question? Because it'll be really funny in the side chat right now. So what was the question again? It was, why did Bill Tarn stop being friends with them?
That's good.
Okay. Why did the alliance kind of end? Everyone's answers are in. I think I'll move on to the next one.
That meme that Eli has sent, I'll put it on the edit, is just like the Tyranid dunking a basketball over an Iandan basketball player is sublime. I like it.
Not a fan.
There was a better one. There was a better one.
Chef's
before
kiss.
I'll put it in the general. I'll put it in the edit.
I don't think it's allowed on the edit.
I mean,
I'll blur out.
as much as making
Get that one off the record.
as much
As
as
long as
making
like Holman though.
as much as I just
Eli,
made
I'm finding these forbidden memes.
I'm
Don't worry
making
about
them.
it.
I got
Making
Photopia open
forbidden
right now,
memes.
bro.
Eli's got folders. I mean, I looked fair. You didn't make a Custard's revenge joke earlier, so I think you're pretty safe.
No, how?
Not the entire. Hey, it's a wordplay, but it's also like.
Oh no!
I don't even know what it was, but it's
everyone's
funny.
like, "Oh, Warhammer's grim dark enough," and you're like, "I had to open my mouth, and you made it worse."
Oh, I'm glad it got bad.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Anyways, on from Custard's revenge. The next question, the hard section. What organization of Imperials has Iandan occasionally hosted members of in the past? These were official diplomatic ties between the Imperium and Craftworld Iandan. What organization of the Imperium did this?
Oh dear.
I think I know this one. I think I know which this is taken from as well.
Great meme, Eli. I love the bit at the bottom that just says "Enter bottom text." Brilliant.
Top
Chef's
text,
kiss.
top text, bottom text is my favourite format.
Eli, is
just
that
that.
your final answer?
I'm thinking.
They hosting. They're bringing out the big guns.
Bringing out the cheese board and the crackers and yeah.
An Eldar cheese
don't know.
board would like. I don't know if you'd already used. Imagine if you used the cheese knife wrong and just looking like, oh, I used the cheese knife wrong. What a
That would be a very Eldar thing to happen, wouldn't it?
a Montcar. Not Montcar. That's from Tau. Monkey.
Really?
Just imagine them
Whoa.
having like 17 different cheese knives of different sizes and shapes, and they're like, "Oh, he picked up the wrong one." It's like, "Of course I did. There's too many. You Eldar, you're
Well, it's too
overcomplicating everything."
bad the Tyranids then devoured all their cheese in the wrong
Yeah, I
manner.
think Commander Farsight.
just there with a
nerd.
just there with a napkin, just going, "Lovely," and then they're moving on to the next craft world.
that craft world looking like a snack, boys. Yo, let me get it. Rubs mandibles together. Sorry, let me get in on that.
We slurp up that craft world.
Let me get that good craft world. Oh god.
Oh, gosh.
Stop.
Anyways,
Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Andy, waiting on you.
Yeah, just a moment. I spelled it wrong. There you go.
Okay. And Eli, are you? No, there. Never mind. There's your answer. I did not think that question would be as hard as it was, but apparently it was.
I don't know, dude.
Okay. And moving on to the last one. What Space Marine chapter allowed Iandan to recover the Spirit Stones of the fallen Craftworld Malantai, and even stood guard over them until the Eldar could retrieve them?
Mate, this one is like. I thought I was gonna die on this one, but this is right up my alley. This quiz. Yeah, I know this story as well.
I knew this story. I don't know any more, apparently.
Bro, who knew I was such a Iandan simp?
They are the best craft world
Why?
They're like my,
because
they're like my
they
second
command,
least favorite, I think.
they command an
Although I like
army
Crystal.
of ghost robots. That's awesome.
It is cool.
They're yellow.
I think,
Giltan's the coolest though, and then same hand.
I think
then
they're
it
the
lights up.
coolest though because they're not just a craft world, are they? They have actual like
Yeah,
more-
they have
they've
colonies.
yeah.
They actually have colonies.
So they're
They,
okay. So
what's up?
okay, they just have like So even if they got crunked, they would always have a place to, like resupply people back to the craft world, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they use diplomacy. They have colonies all over the place to make up for the fact that at any given moment, 4/5 of the craft world is ghosts. They're quite nice.
Damn, a lot of that craft world went out.
Oh no!
Oh no, is it more memes?
Eli's gaming.
I was gonna say a lot of the craft world's gone out to get milk.
Just waiting on Andy.
I don't know. I'm
Shall I
just
give a
trying to
clue?
think, like,
You can give a clue, I think. on this one.
yeah.
Give a clue.
Okay. Space Marine chapter. Let me think. Big emphasis on psychers.
Oh, okay. I have an idea. Right.
That was a very big hint. Oh, okay.
That was quite a big hint.
And we're
fine,
done
though.
now. All right. Anyways,
Black
that was the
Templars.
end of the hard section. Was kind of Eli, pick one of those to be your final answer. All right.
The memes will be.
He's it. He's
the
it. He's it.
appropriate memes will be on the video for those who are listening. So if you give it a watch,
Yeah, I'm just gonna put them continuously
Indeed.
throughout the video. Whenever we hear like Colin going, "Eli, for God's sake," but they'll just be like foreground.
this is culture.
right there.
Observe the culture. Don't look away. Observe the culture.
For example, I'm laughing right now. He sent a banger.
Oh,
Pretty good
But
one.
that's anyway.
what the hell is going on?
Back to the top of the hard section. I'm giggling. That's what's going on. We have. Why did the alliance between Bieltan and Iandan end? I'm gonna give you all a half point because if I give one of you a half point, I'm gonna need to give it to
Nice.
everyone. So Hal gave probably the most serious answer, although Eli's was somewhat on the money. Hal said, Bieltan disliked the pro-Xenos attitude of Iandan. Half point for you. Eli put, I fucking forgot. Probably Bieltan wanted to keep balling and steezing on Chaos. But Iandan wanted to hold back for a min and recover, probably because they were getting slapped straight by Tyranid. You know, for real, for real.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
And then Andy just put mega racism. Which, if I'm giving everyone else
I mean,
a
it's
half
very
point,
40k.
He's
I
not
feel,
wrong.
yeah. No, he's not. I should give Andy the point. What half point for everyone. So what happened is, Bieltan was getting just a tad bit too overzealous in purging Maiden worlds, and any worlds that had people that weren't Eldar on them.
No.
And Iandan was like, hey, maybe chill out just a little bit. And then Bieltan responded with killing more people that probably didn't deserve it.
Nice.
So Iandan just kind of floated apart over time. And eventually, Bieltan called them for aid, and they just simply refused to help. So Iandan was a bit too big on the John Lennon singing Imagine, and Bieltan was a bit too big on the genocide.
Are you
Oh
saying?
no, who's Yoko Ono in this analogy?
I don't know, the Tyranids.
I thought you were going to say this is one where
Ugh,
it's the
that's an
COVID
image.
one with all the celebrities doing it, and everybody hated that. You can see it as like a Fallout thing. Everybody
Like,
hated
the
this.
most out of touch thing ever released.
I'm
Everyone did.
suffering in my mansion.
Bro, I can
so
only use
hard.
my 3 hot tubs and outdoor swimming pools.
Totally.
Whoa, me.
Woe is me.
Anyways, to move on from politics.
Is that political?
Probably not.
It's
Hey,
a
Not as much as
societal-
jokes earlier.
Blah, blah, blah.
fair enough. Yeah, they deserve hate. Anyways, what Imperial organization has Iandon hosted? Hal, you're the only one to get this right. It was the
Oh.
Inquisition.
Was I right
Did
Oh,
wonder.
Heck.
in
I don't
saying
know what Ravenor is.
Gideon Ravener the
Oh, Ravener is an
Inquisitor?
Inquisitor.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
fit.
it is.
Trilogy of books.
I think he's the because that's where I thought about it because he was invited to talk with I think Eldar, and I think he was even on a craft ward, and I'm sure it might have been Eandon. That's where I thought it was like, oh, he's the only one who's like been allowed. I thought on a craft world, so I thought oh, it must be him.
Let's go with
it-
that. Although it
Dan
was
Abnett's books.
Yeah, yeah, Dan.
Is
He
that
did
a
he did
yeah.
Eisenhorn first, then he did the Ravener trilogy, and then
Apparently they're quite good, but I haven't listened to them yet.
they are, and then one of the actual one of the characters in the Ravener books would then later go on to be, I think, a member of the certain chapter that we're going to in the next answer. I won't spoil it though. I'll let Colin deal with that. He has to say what it is
Indeed.
first.
And as a little bonus thing that I probably could have made a part 2 of that question, but forgot about it until now, is that one of the members of the Last Chancer's Guard Regiment was put into that regiment because he took an Iandon transport that a representative was using on a joyride. Which means Iandon is such good diplomats that they are able to make public visits to Imperial worlds. The fact that it was common knowledge enough for this random schmuck to just take it on a joyride.
That is insane.
Then crashed it because Eldar vehicles need Eldar senses to be able to pilot. But, you know, he didn't die, so he can't have done that bad.
I know the floaty ones remind me of the speeders from Star Wars episode.
Oh, yeah.
6. Is that very sleek, like, like, oh look, there's a billion trees. How am I not hitting every single one as I go 1,000 miles an hour?
So you're saying they're vulnerable to Ewoks
Well,
with like
no, this is 40k. The Ewoks would get obliterated.
I
The
wish it was-
Ewoks have already
Skinned
been
alive.
eaten by the Tyranids, and they've got like furry Tyranids.
They're in a zoo on Katakan. Although saying that, the Ewoks and the new Battlefront 2 in the Ewok hunt mode, oh my god, those are horrifying.
I need to play more of that.
You laugh, but then the battle horn goes off and
That's true.
10,000 teddy bears descend on you, and it's horrifying.
What was George Lucas thinking? Teddy. It was so. Do you remember that when one
He
of
was
them
thinking
gets?
marketing. He was
He
thinking,
was
I
thinking
want to
about
sell
selling
market.
toys to children, Hal.
Yeah.
It was all about
Do you remember
toys.
that when one of them gets like cronked, and then it's like the other one is like, get up, and he's like, he doesn't
Yeah,
get
and
up,
then
and
he
it's
has a
so
cry.
sad. Oh my god, I remember
I
seeing that,
know.
and I'm so
That's my
upset.
favorite one of the trilogy as well. Everyone's like Empire, and I'm like, nah, the last
All
one.
right, well,
Return
we're
of the
going
Jedi's
to
the
need
best
to have a talk about that later.
one. It's good.
but
He's got a green
I-
lightsaber. It's brilliant.
George Lucas, before we move on, was a genius for getting merchandising rights from the start of Star Wars. Good
Didn't he
lord.
do that deal with what's his name, Spielberg as well, where they like him and Spielberg were working on Star Wars and ET, and for like a bet to see which one would make more money, they swapped the royalties they would receive. So Lucas got like a big share of ET, and Spielberg got Star Wars, and so Spielberg made a lot of money from Star Wars, if I believe I've got my facts correct, because he was just like, yeah, all right, we'll swap our royalties for a laugh. Oh, it's like the biggest franchise ever made. Oh, cool.
Oh,
That's like a bit of that'll buy me a swimming pool or 50, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Star Wars is like one of the only franchises that every generation loves.
Apart from the recent ones.
Yeah, but
And
people
ET
still
is
like
in episode
Star Wars.
1,
Yeah,
I think.
the episode, the mainline movies were
Yeah.
awful after the original trilogy, but you know,
I am
like Clone Wars
Skywalker.
slaps, and most of the video games of Star Wars are pretty good.
Heck yeah.
True.
Force Unleashed. Oh,
Oh yeah,
I love
And
the Clone
KOTOR.
Wars.
Star Killer's one of the lost Primarchs. He ended
and
up.
Republic Hando. Oh,
Oh god,
That's a good one.
Republic
Oh,
Commando.
what happened to
I
Sev?
love
continually
Republic
like
Commando.
increasing the volume of Colin going, oh, that's
I,
what
I love all those games. What can I say?
What
Especially
happened to
Republic
Sev
Commando.
on
The
Kashyyyk?
old one.
Nothing happened to Steph. He got lost, the comms were disabled, and then they found each other, and everyone lived happily ever after. Nothing happened to Sev. He's fine.
Sad.
Don't bring this up. Don't do this to me. I'm giving you the bonus question now. But first, scores on the doors.
We didn't do the last question on the.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was wondering what happened there. Pardon me. What Space Marine chapter let Iandon get those spirit stones and stood guard over them? I'm afraid actually that Andy, you do not get a point. The hint did not help you. Although I do like what you went. I do like what you were going with on that one. It wasn't a bad guess. However, Hal and Eli both got this one right. It was the Grey Knights themselves.
Hey.
I know saying it that maybe wording them as a Space Marine chapter might have been weird because I know they are a chapter, but they're kind of also their own thing. But I felt like if I worded that in any other way than just calling them a chapter, it would have been like, oh, the Grey Knights. He did not use the word chapter.
By the way, you didn't read out me and Eli's answers for the last one.
Oh God, that's right.
And having
No, I
really funny.
said Eli put Grey Knights after Billions Must Ultramarines, I guess, or Ultramarine successor. Thousand Suns, what? Grey Knights, Grey Knights. He did eventually settle on Grey Knights. You did not troll yourself.
The previous one, because we heard Hal's one on the previous
Oh
question.
God, that's right. My apologies. So 8th question. What group stays with them? Hal put Inquisition Ravenor.
Yep.
Eli put, so that was correct. Eli put Rogue Traders, which is not correct. And Andy put the Church of England.
Nice.
I mean,
is also not correct.
for now, you never know. History might take a different step.
It was the Catholics with the Inquisition.
I mean, I would have thought Rogue Trader's a good answer, though, to be fair.
It's not a bad answer.
I wouldn't be
especially
surprised.
They're the ones who, get out there and interact with Xenos the most often.
Yeah.
At least in a non-violent way.
Eldar says hello and they go, what are you buying? And then that's, their interactions.
Yep. And then, there's so many Necron memes. The answers for the last question. The group, Hal and Eli, Grey Knights. Andy put Blood Ravens. Which again, not a bad guess.
Though.
Yeah, especially when, with the hint, the Psychers. Not a bad guess at all. But it was, unfortunately, the all-psychic Space Marine chapter.
I got a bit thrown off because I know in, the third... the one we don't talk about, there's, a bit at the end where they, ally with the Orcs and the Eldar. So I was like, oh, they've kind of done it before. Maybe.
It also doesn't help we were just talking about Dawn of War. Relatively,
there
anyway.
is that, too.
But I'm afraid that's not it. With that being said, we're up to the new scores of 2.5 for Andy.
Yeah.
Eli with 6.5, and Hal with 7.5.
Oh, it's close.
Whoa.
Very close. And this next one,
He can't keep getting away with this. Eli, stop him from winning again.
Bro,
the bonus question. If it's gonna go to anyone, it's gonna go to Eli. It's tabletop.
Really?
Ooh.
Although that being said, you would need to be at least somewhat familiar with Iandon.
Oh, my friend played it when we were 14 years old.
Okay, then dig deep, Eli. Name me one, for the bonus question, of Iandon's special rules / abilities on the tabletop. Cool. I have 4 of them written, but if for some reason you know another one, feel free to use it. Just maybe
the names of special rules?
Either the names, or if you know what they do, I will accept that.
I've got this one.
Like I said, I have 4 written, but if you know of one, send it my way, and I'll check what. All right, Andy gets it. Andy gets the hit with brick award.
Have I lost 2.5 points?
Yeah, Andy suddenly loses 2.5 points for I hate that.
Okay.
Oh, this is a tough one. Out
of every craft world to do surrendering with, it's not Iandon. They go down swinging.
There's gonna be there's a bonus to something that helps keep the flavor of them on the tabletop, right? There's
the flavor.
We know, the
custardy flavor.
Yeah, the neon custardy flavor. I'm about to say another joke about the thing, but I'm not referencing that awful game anymore. God, I hate that thing. Eli, are you going for a serious answer here? Because I just need to know if I
Yeah.
You've got to win. You've got to beat Hal.
Yeah, for real.
If you'd like to,
you got a golden star.
I'll drop a hint. It's looking pretty good for Eli right now.
I'm gonna put two of
I
mine
did
down.
say I would give points both for what they do and the name. And yeah. I'm assuming Andy is his final answer is in.
Yep.
Hal is yours.
I'm doing half. I need to do another 2 more just to guess.
I mean, let's be honest, Colin. As someone who doesn't play the tabletop and also doesn't know anything about the Eldar, this was never going to happen for me. Like this was just like, yeah, funny answer only.
I mean, I don't appreciate it. You could have said something else.
You know what?
You had to make fun of him.
Would you be forgiving, say, if we get close to like, or is it like it has to be
reasonably forgiving? But if you say, all right, like I'm gonna make this up, so don't use this as an answer. Let's say there's an ability that allows them to like triple their movement speed. If you just put they go faster, that doesn't count.
Oh, so I think we need to make mine more specific.
Hashtag Eldar go faster.
I don't know.
I will say though, while we got like a bit of a lull. So Colin, with this particular craft world, do they have like much in the way of books or lore? Or is this like all codex stuff?
They are actually they are the only craft world that ever received a supplement in the vein of all the Space Marine chapter supplements. Iandon, written by Matt Ward, which, shout out to Matt Ward for acknowledging Iandon. Thank you very much. I'm in your camp. Thank you. I appreciate it. There is the stuff with Prince Uriel. I believe he has a book.
He does have I think he has a novella, doesn't he, that he's in?
Yeah. So there's that. Although naturally it is mostly codexes and whatnot, on account of GW not liking the Eldar.
So hold on. So there's a character called Uriel. So Uriel?
So replace the U with a Y. Uriel. I guess
yeah, because I was thinking of Uriel Ventress, who's an Ultramarine. I was like, is that Matt Ward? Like, I will use the same name twice, but I will slightly change the letters.
I don't think he didn't make Uriel Ventress. Is that Gav Thorpe, or is that Graham McNeil? Graham McNeil made that one.
I do not remember.
Well, again, it might be one of those things where he's been in like the story forwards and he's like, oh yes, this is a cool name, and then he like writes it and publishes it and goes, oh no.
I've submitted my answer. I don't think I'm right on any of them, but I just made up random ones.
That's all right. You put forth effort, and that's good.
That sounds like well done, pat on the head.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
You'll get him next time. That was the same energy.
Well,
you'll get him next time.
Was it like someone said who's the guy who played Malfoy in Harry Potter? And so they said like
Rupert Grint?
No, that's Ron. It was the guy who played Malfoy, and he said like after he'd done Harry Potter. Yeah, Tom something, and he grew like a mustache, but it's like a really thin one. And someone said that guy looks like he's your uncle who whispers in your ear at Christmas. You got a girlfriend yet, champ? You got a girlfriend yet, champ? Like, it's so funny. That's how I feel right now. They're actually like, oh, well done, buddy. Go on, good for you. So that's completely irrelevant to the Warhammer quiz. Crawford Iandon, let's go.
Anyway, everyone's answers in?
Yep.
All right. So, just as a reminder, 7.5 for Hal, 6.5 for Eli, 2.5 for Andy.
Oh.
Now for the bonus question. Believe it or not, I'll start with Andy. I know it kind of the opposite of the order, but I think I'll just get it out of the way. We have, for their 4 special abilities, Surrender, 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 Surrender.
There you go. Perfect.
Suppose there was no custard.
Thanks for that. I'm also kind of surprised there's no custard now that you bring it up. For Hal, I'm afraid I'm only going to be able to give you 1.5 point.
Whoa.
Because you put -1 to AP, you're only partially right. It is -1 to AP for AP attacks of AP 1 and 2.
Oh,
So
Well,
it's
that was a
83
good
or
guess,
higher.
though.
I didn't know that one.
That's the half point. The other ones, the chance of resurrection on wraiths, I don't believe is a thing.
That should be one,
Bonus
though,
move-
surely. Like, because that would be, like,
I don't
perfectly
think
up their
so.
alley.
Nope.
That'd be
Bonus
so
movement to wraith knights, not wraith knights. It's wraith guard. It gives them battle focus.
I might have not given
And can still shoot after an advanced movement. That's battle focus. That's what every unit but wraith units have by default.
Oh, no, wait. I don't think I would.
So Hal is up to 8. Eli, don't be so grim.
There.
I think Spirit Seers give Wraithguard feel no pain. That is not correct. They have relics and whatever also not correct.
I was thinking
Spirit
7th edition, not gonna lie.
Not correct. Iandon had an army buff for leadership. I will give that a half point, as they do add 1 to combat attrition tests. And they could do Wraithguard as troops. Again, I'll do that. Actually, hang on a moment. I need to do some.
Quick research.
Sciencing.
Bro, I'm thinking the old 7th or 6th edition Eandon supplement codex. I don't know what they are nowadays.
Is this by 9th or
Always
by
very
10th
close.
edition rules? Because this would be...
I don't know.
Just what I did for this was I looked up the 4 special rules. So the warlord trait, the attribute, stratagem, and their
Oh yeah, I'm screwed.
what do you call it, relic.
I'm living in the past. Holy moly.
So I'll give you credit. The leadership thing was the half point. You are up to 7. All right. Now let me ask: who gets to feel no pain?
It's 6 plus feel no pain. I think, and I assume it's. Oh man, it's either Wraith units or it's the entire army.
I cannot give you a point for that one. Then it is a 5 up for the warlord.
Oh what? Holy frick! Okay,
however-
yeah, nope.
I need to really quickly check the attachments you can make for the Eldar, because if I find some certain one for Iandon, this you could get a point on that.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so tense. Oh, it's so
Uriel does
close.
have the Spear of Twilight, isn't that? I mean, that's not the answer.
So
to the
that's just a
question, but
weapon. That's
yeah,
not really
yeah.
something you give Iandon.
Yeah, I know. I was checking if I was right at least.
What is the sword that Prince Uriel got after the Yannari? Basically, turns out you've actually had the secret source thing sword all the time, and then they shattered it, and then they're like, oh, here you go.
Does he not have the Spear of Twilight anymore? Does he have something else?
He still has it, but that's not like an Iandon thing.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I was mean like what Hal was saying.
God,
Because I think every time you rolled a 1 or something, he would take damage way back in the day. Or every time you fail, I don't remember. It would do damage to you though.
I've had trouble with my psychic phase stuff recently. I don't know how it all works in 10th. I'm a bit lost.
There is no psychic phase in 10th.
No,
that's why.
exactly. Because but then what do I do? I'm still confused.
The way you phrase it made you sound like I did a premature psychic the other day. Like, oh no.
I'm not sure
Happens
if
to the
it.
best of us.
Yeah, I need to watch some battle reports of that just to see how someone else is using it. Because I feel like they're replacing shooting with it, and I'm like, huh? I think I can use
Heard
it.
it's very streamlined.
I think I can use it when someone in the comments or chat's gonna have to help me here. I think I can kind of use it whenever, but as long as it's my turn, because it's no longer in a certain phase. But it's confusing for me. I don't know if I still have shooting if I use psychic, or you know what I mean. I don't know if I can do so. If shooting phase, do I get to use my psychic from the character, and then I can go into shooting? Someone help me out, bro. I'm looking up answers online. And I'm like, no one's quite explained this to me yet. And I'm like, I'm struggling. Because I play Thousand Suns, and I'm like, I need help.
He's the only person playing Thousand Suns in 10th edition. He needs help.
No, the only person I have not seen anyone playing Death Guard currently at the moment because
Yeah, it feels bad.
Oh,
that's the
I've heard
core
it's.
army.
Right, I hate Death Guards.
Death Guard are I'd taken fat L's. I saw a graph of the wins of each faction, and I would just like to start off with Craftward Eldar on top.
Yeah, they got banned from a tournament before we even
Let's go! Death Guard are at the bottom. at like a 30% win rate.
Where they deserve to be. Slow.
That's right.
Chunk
I also have, I think, bad news, Eli.
Yep.
Because although you can take, what do you call them, Wraithguard and such as troops, I don't believe that is specific to Iyanden. You should probably be using Iyanden if you're going to be running a Wraith army.
I cry every time.
But I don't believe you specifically need them to be Wraith units. Which means, unfortunately, the scores on the door...
Dord.
The scores on the door are Andy with 2.5, Eli with 7,
Hooray.
and Hal with 8.
Damn, why is everyone so upset when I win? But it showed that I actually care about Iyanden somewhat. You know what I mean?
I appreciate the effort from giving a damn about the Eldar. I don't appreciate the non-stop winning streak with you.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I mean, if I host, when I host, I won't win. So you know.
It's always so close.
no,
That doesn't mean anything.
But still, if you win 3 out of 4 every quiz, then it's going to be like
Yo, if you ask,
like a whole golden podium, and then we're all still on the silvers. Like, I've got 1 victory this year.
if we have to do a name every Space Marine chapter, Andy will just blow us all out of the water. Okay.
Yeah.
It's because all the quizzes that I'm really good at are the ones that I'm hosting.
Yeah, same.
I think I might make my next one more tabletop heavy. Just
How
to...
would you make it a fantasy?
I could do a fantasy one. To be fair.
What?
Well,
The only chance I have.
my knowledge is not too bad. Age of Sigmar will probably be too unfair because I don't know.
Well,
I beat Major Kill, so I'm happy about that.
that's true.
Damn.
But that is the Iyanden quiz.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
We
That was
almost-
cool.
We almost did it.
If do you want to finish on a last little tidbit, shall we say, Colin, of like, if someone is watching this, they're like, oh, what's like the big draw about Iyanden? It's like a last selling point. What would you say to them?
Custard.
They're custard, apparently. They use their mainstay of their army is ghost zombie robots, which is unbelievably awesome. They use diplomacy in 40k, which always nice, and it saves them a lot. They tend to get helped out by others. They actually colonize, so they're doing rework or work to rebuild the Eldar Empire beyond just killing things. They're actually smart. Just overall, they're a very interesting, cool craft world, and they're willing to take whatever comes at them, and they believe they will rise above the challenges, which is very, very moving. Very heroic.
If people in the future want us to do a podcast, say just specifically on the 40k craft worlds, because there's quite a lot of interesting stuff to discuss there. I think even we probably could do Iyanden and maybe a few others in like a 2-part, maybe a collection sort of thing. That'd be a cool topic, I think. With that being said, though, thank you guys so much for listening, for watching. We hope you enjoyed Colin getting an opportunity to bring out the Eldar lore. They needed it. They need some love. They need some love. Show some support in the comments for this one, so we get to do more Eldar stuff.
Yes.
And other than that, I think we'll catch you all on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Narcos are cool.
I love you.
Yes.
Custard.